Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome back to the channel. These intros are getting worse and worse. Alright, so in this video I'm going to go over step by step how I source leads for my online arbitrage business. I'm going to show you everything I use to determine whether or not a lead is profitable and whether it will make you bank or whether it will make you sank. Little disclaimer before we start, all the software I use in this video is in the description and the links in there are affiliate links and I will receive a few quid if you use them, but there will be no extra cost to you if you do use them, and if you decide not to, then don't use them. Alright, so we're going to jump into the computer and I'm going to show you step by step how I source profitable leads. Okay, so we're now inside the computer, as you can see, and before we start I just wanted to show that I do actually sell on Amazon, and I'm not one of these guys that just sort of throws advice around without actually selling on Amazon. So as you can see, I'm just going to refresh that. I know what people are like. Yeah, oh, I'm showing you my bloody products now. Yeah, so 7-day sales, doing quite well, £3,294.29. Okay, so when you do start sourcing your leads for Amazon, there are two sort of types of softwares you can use, and you can use deal sheets. And what these are, basically you get deals sent to you that have already been sourced, usually by a VA, or you can also use store scanning software such as Source Mogul or FBA Wizard. And what these do, basically you input your criteria, so say for example 30% ROI, minimum £2 profit, and then you select the store and that software will scan that store and show you all of the profitable leads. So something I'm going to be showing you today, I don't know if you already use this. If you don't, it's called Fast Track FBA. And what Fast Track FBA is, it's sort of like a software slash deal sheet. You basically just allocated a certain amount of tokens per month. So you're given tokens per month, and these tokens you use to unlock deals that you like. And if you don't like the deals, you don't use the tokens. So this enables you to source at your own pace and you pick the deals. Unlike other deal sheet software where they sort of give you 10 deals a day and you don't actually use them all. So with Fast Track FBA you can source at your own pace. Okay, so we're just going to head on over to Fast Track FBA and we're going to go to all deals when it loads. Okay, so just going to explain a few things to begin with. If you are a new seller, obviously quite a lot of products and listings are gated, and so the first thing you're going to look for is this open gate sort of symbol, and what this means is that listing or product is ungated to new sellers. So if you're a brand new seller, you can sell this product if you see this listing, this icon here. Okay, so now we've cleared that up. I'm just going to show you the criteria that I input into this to get the deals up, and then I'm going to show you basically sourcing them. So for the category, I would recommend pet supplies and home and garden, home and kitchen. Grocery you might not be able to sell in if you're a new seller. Beauty, non-tropicals if you are new. Baby products is quite a good one, and obviously the original toys and games. But as I said in my other videos, don't be afraid to diversify your categories when you are starting to sell on Amazon. So yeah, we're just going to go with pet supplies for now. Min profit I'm going to put in there £2. Don't know, I've just deleted it when it was already in there. £2. Min ROI you can do 20, but we're going to go with 30 this time, and then we're going to sort it by popularity. We're going to hide viewed, and we're gonna hit search, see what it comes up with. Might tell little jokes in between all the load screens. No, I won't do that. Okay, so basically the first thing I look for is I look on this graph here, and what this is, it's a snapshot of Keeper. So what we're looking for first of all is we're looking for basically a stable sort of price and sales ranking history. So this one here, that's quite good. So that's stable. You can see the sales rankings stable and the price is also stable. So then the next thing I look for is the profit, and obviously that is over £2 as we put that in the criteria. The ROI looks good, 59%. The minimum I usually use is 30%. So this one looks good, so we're just going to click on view deal. Not going to tell any jokes while we wait. Okay, so this will then load up the deal and you can take a look at it, and if you like the look of the deal you can buy it for your tokens. As you can see, I've got 50 there and this deal would cost 2 tokens. How it works is it's 1 token per sort of pound of profit. So if it's £2 profit, it'll be 2 tokens. If it's £3 profit, can't speak. If it's £3 profit, it will be 3 tokens. So as you can see, the profit isn't great at the minute, but it has been £2 in the past. The sales rankings dropped over the last 90 days. And then we're going to just scroll down to the Keeper graph. You can also look on the graph on Amazon, but I just like to look on this one to determine whether or not you want to buy the deal. So I usually look at the past 3 months. We're going to buy the deal, and then if I don't like it, you can refund it. That is a good thing with Fast Track FBA. If you don't like the deal or you have a problem with it, you can just refund it by clicking log issue. So you select your issue and then they refund the tokens. Okay, so when you've bought the deal, you will be given 2 links, and this is the Amazon link and the retailer link that you will buy the deal from. So first of all, I would recommend you load up the retailer link and you just check it's in stock. So my criteria, usually I like to buy a minimum of 8 to 10 units. So we're just going to try and add 10 to the basket. And as you can see there is 10 in stock, so that is good. And then we're going to go back to Fast Track FBA and load up the Amazon deal. And another little software I use is Buybot Pro, and this basically is all of the data you would usually analyze but in one place. Great software, and it just makes sourcing so much easier. The link to that is in the description as well, and that is an affiliate link, so I will receive a commission if you use that link. Okay, so when you get to the Amazon listing, we're just going to scroll down to the Keeper graph, and that is down here. Okay, so when we get to the Keeper graph, we're going to select 3 months. We're going to select new, because you want to know what the new price is, and then we're going to go to sales rank. And I do have an account, so we're just going to log in. Yep, so back to Amazon, refresh that, so the Keeper graph loads, and then we're going to go back to the Keeper graph and we're going to select the sales rankings. You want to select this, you want to get rid of that one, you want to see what the buy box is, and so you want these 3 categories selected, and then we're just going to see that the price has been consistent over 3 months. So as you can see there, it's been more or less consistent. It's gone down a bit, and the sales ranking's been consistent, and it looks like quite a good product, so I might actually buy these myself. And then you can steal a deal depending on when you watch this video. Okay, so I don't know whether you want to use Buybot Pro. Obviously it's another expense, but if you do, it's a great software and I would strongly recommend it, especially if you're new. You can sort of determine whether or not the lead is good. You just look here, so it gives you the buyer confidence, and you can also see here the buy price. So we're buying it for $3.75, we're selling it for $11.98. Scroll down a bit, so it's showing you your profit margin, it's showing you the break-even price, total cost. So this is basically the Amazon fees, referral fees, and if you've got a prep fee. So as you can see there, I've got a £1 prep fee. So it will deduct this from the profit and add it to the costs. So yeah, the ROI is 73%, so that is a good ROI. It's matching the £2 minimum profit criteria. So yeah, this looks like a really good deal. This here on the Buybot Pro Island shows you the estimated sales. So as you can see, it's 9 estimated sales for this month of June, I believe. Yep, so it's going to sell 9 this month, and this column here shows the 90-day average. And usually what I do to determine how many to buy, I would divide this by 3 and then buy that many units. One more thing I like to check is I just like to see if there's quite a lot of sellers on there. So as you can see, there's not many sellers on here. Well, there are, but there's not many with the FBA Prime badge. So yeah, this looks like a good lead, guys. Profit Protector Pro, again, another software. This basically reprices your stock for you, so you're not having to mess around when you've got loads of stock and reprice it all. So you just input your min, max and your strategies. I'll go into that in another video, just showing you what it was on the graph. Yeah, so this looks like a really good deal. The IP radar, so you're not going to get any IP claims. Eligible, so that means whether or not you can sell that item. You link that to your seller account and you can see, as it says, yes. Obviously you might not have the yes there if you're a new seller and you are gated, but as we could see on the fast track site, it's ungated for new sellers. So if you were a new seller, you could sell this item and it would be a good lead. And we found that in like, what, 20 seconds, so it's not bad at all. So I'm just going to show you what I do next. So when you've bought the items, you'll be given an order number. So that's the first thing that I copy, and then the next step is where I keep all of my lead information. So as you can see here, this is Google Sheets, and I basically just record all the information for this lead and all leads that I source. And so then that means in the future, if ever want to come back and either reorder stock or just refer back for your preference, you've got it all in one place. So we're just going to put here the order date, and that was today, the 2nd of June. So 2nd of the 6th, 2020. Amazon listing name. So here we're going to put the Amazon listing name. We're just going to copy and paste this. So we're going to take that and put it in here. And we're going to cut that off so it's not overlapping. I'm quite a neat freak, so I like everything the same size and the same font. And then the ASIN, that is here. If you're using Buybot Pro, it's here, then you can just copy that. Or if you're not using Buybot Pro, it's in the product information page, and that is, let me just find it here. So scroll down to the additional information, and you can just copy that, and then we're going to put that in here. Store name, so that is obviously the store that you're buying it from, so that is Fetch. Just so if you are missing any items, you know which store you ordered it from. And then we're going to take the Amazon URL, so that's this, and we're just going to copy that. So then you've always got a reference of the Amazon URL page. And we're going to cut that off so it's not overlapping. Store URL, so obviously the store website. The handy thing for this is if you ever want to refer back or you run out of stock, you can just go back to your Google Sheet and reorder by clicking on the store URL. But if you are doing this, I would recommend you reanalyze it just to check that the price hasn't dropped and it's still a profitable lead. Cost per unit, so that is $3.75. One more thing to note, guys, when you are ordering like units from a site, sometimes delivery cost isn't included in the total cost. So if it's like £5 delivery and you're buying 10 units, just divide £5 by 10 and add that onto the product cost. So yeah, for this one we're just going to put £3.75. £3.75. Units ordered, we're going to order 10. ROI, you don't really need to put this in, but you can do. Sort of fluctuates, so you're always going to be replacing it, but we're just going to put 73% in there. Category, that is in pet supplies. Pardon me. Bundle, no, it's not a bundle item. Notes, so any notes, so say for example it's a product variant, so this usually occurs when you're ordering makeup from Boots, and basically what you'd record in the notes is whichever shade of foundation it is or how many you need to order to unlock a certain deal. So there, we're not going to put anything for that. Sourced value, so if you've ordered 10 units for £3.75, it's going to be £37.50. Hope I got that right. Yeah, I did. Order number, so that's the first thing that we would have pasted into there, and we're just going to leave that blank because I've not ordered any. And then I also have a list for replenishables, and this basically means if you can sort of keep reordering it every month and you can replenish it every month, so we're going to leave that blank. I usually like to go back through a list and see if it's still in stock and I can reorder it, and then if it is, I'm going to hit replenishable. So that is all I like to record for my deals. And again, if you want a copy of this, just join the Facebook group and message me and I will email you a copy. So that is it, guys. We've sourced our first lead using Fast Track FBA, and then basically that will stay in your deals, and then you can either have it here for reference or you can just refer back to your Google Sheets. So let's have a look if there's any more. Return to deals. Kind of monster, really bad for you. I need to stop drinking those. Okay, so we're gonna hit up another category for this one. I'm gonna have a look in beauty. So beauty, min £2 profit, yep, ROI 30%, and then we're just gonna hit search. No joke on the loading screen, not allowed, Charlie. No, no, no. Right, so again, the first thing we look for is, if you're a new seller, you want to look for this symbol, ungated, that means you can sell it. And then we're going to look for something with a stable price and a stable sales ranking. So we're just going to scroll down and have a little look. By the way, if the graph has orange marks on it, this basically means that Amazon is selling on the listing, and you can still sell if Amazon's selling, but usually they tank the price. But as you can see there, it's been quite consistent, so that looks like a good deal. Sorry, no, it doesn't look like a good deal. I'm just explaining that Amazon's sold on it. Right, so let's have another look through these. So we want something with a stable price and a stable sales ranking. So this one here had a bit of a spike, but we're going to check it out anyway. Load deal. Okay, so this one only has £1.72 profit, and depending on how much you want profit wise, you can source this. It's still decent ROI, but if you are using a prep center or you're outsourcing things, £1 profit isn't going to cut it, so I'm not going to use this one for this example, and we're going to go back to the deals. Okay, so I'm going to look at this one here. The profit is again £1.33. No, I'm not going to look at that one. Let's check this one out. Another thing as well, if you're using Buyback Pro, you can just sort of go off the buyer confidence. I'll show you that now. So sales rank's decent. In beauty, I don't like to source products over 60,000 sales ranking. Min £2 profit. Yep, so on £3, and ROI seems alright. Yeah, so obviously here this is showing in the average over 90 days, and this is now. So you want to look now, and you want to look in the 90-day average, because you don't want something that's suddenly just spiked up. And we're going to check that we can sell it as a new seller, so yes we can. And then we're going to go over to the keeper graph, and that's on 3 month. So as you can see, it's got quite a consistent price. It's not sort of spiking up and down. The sales ranking looks okay. Another thing as well, if you're looking on the sales ranking, make sure you are not sourcing a seasonal product. So say for example it's December, you don't want to source Christmas crackers because they're only going to sell in December. So if you see the sales ranking's gone down for December or January for example, just don't buy it, and you want something that is consistent. So we're going to go over to the deal, and we're going to load that deal. Another thing as well, buyer information. So this basically tells you which variant to buy. So as you can see, it's telling us to buy the vanilla. Product size is 30. Product size, yep, 30ml, buy 3 for 2. So we're going to load up Amazon and just check we can sell it. So if you do have BuyBot Pro, you can link it to your Seller Central account, and then it will tell you whether or not you are eligible to sell it. So as you can see, yes, and we already know that because we looked on Fast Track and we saw that it's ungated for new sellers. So I know I'm doing this another way around, but as you can see, there's quite a few sellers on this listing, so it's going to be quite competitive. And then we're going to load up boots and just check it's in stock, because there's no point in sort of checking everything's good and the deal is profitable and then finding out it's out of stock. It's quite annoying. So have a quick look and then look on the store link and just check it's in stock. So it's telling us to buy the 30ml vanilla. So 30ml vanilla. Yep. Add to basket. By the way guys, if you are sourcing from Boots, they have a tendency to delete or cancel your orders. So to begin with, I would only order units of 4 to 6. This seems like the allowed amount. Usually they've got a limit as well, so you can only actually buy 6. So as you can see here, it's 3 for 2, so we're gonna order 6, and then we're gonna add that to the basket. One more. Oh, we've only got one. Right, so say you've added 6. This is just an example. And then we're going to go back over to the Amazon listing, and we're just going to check it is profitable. So yeah, that's a decent profit guys, that's £4, and it would actually be £5.52 for you, 42 for you, but I've included a £1 prep fee, as you can see there. So it's already deducted that for me. And then we're going to scroll down to the keeper graph and just check it's consistent. We did already have a look earlier, but we're going to have another look. So yeah, sales rank, new, and the buy box, and the sales ranking looks quite consistent. During this epidemic, I think quite a lot of things are selling much better, so just take that into consideration when you are sourcing. If we're not in lockdown still, then the product might not sell as well. So yeah, that's consistent. I'm going to scroll back up. There's quite a lot of sellers on there, so it's going to be quite competitive, but me personally, I would source this product. BuyBot Pro Island, you can sort of determine if you wanted 30% ROI, you would have to sell it for £19 too. and as you can see there, the minimum price at the moment is £19.98, so you've got a bit of leeway. If you wanted 25% ROI, then you'd have to sell it for £18.43. So yeah, you've got a bit of leeway, and don't forget I have got an extra £1 fee that is a prep fee. So yeah, you could buy this deal potentially. It's doing 30 sales a month, which is excellent. 50, so yeah, divide that by 3 and source that many. But if you're sourcing on Boots, you can only order 6. So what I like to do to combat this is either order 6 in my name and my email, and then I will use my girlfriend's email and order 6 more if it's a really good product. I wouldn't potentially order more than this, because Boots can cancel it, and they can also flag your email if they think you're a bulk buyer and you are reselling. So yeah, we would just record that in our sheet, and then every day when I've finished sourcing, I would just select a row. So say for example you sourced 5, and then I just fill it with this colour, and then you know that that's one separate day, and then the next day you've got another set of leads, and it just makes it easier. So if you're going to look back, it's not too crowded. So yeah, I think that is it for this video, guys. As I say, if you want to check out Fast Track FBA, the link for that is in my description. Yeah, so that is it for this video, guys. I hope you're able to gain some value from this and just get an insight into how I source my deals and how I record them, because I honestly do believe with online arbitrage, one of the biggest sort of factors is the systems that you've got in place, and organisation is one of them, because you've obviously got a lot of orders coming through, and you need to know what you've ordered, what you've got in stock, and just be organised, because there's nothing worse than not knowing what you've ordered, or things going missing and you can't relate back to it. So you've got the order number there, and if, say for example, you were missing an order, you can just copy and paste it into your emails and locate that update. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling, and I will see you in the next video.